I cry when I watch this game from the start. Minnesota Vikings are down 33-10. It's not over yet. But
no, it's over.
You know,
it's a horseshit team.
Just a really, and I saw some comments here, just a really poor effort from this team. These guys are definitely done for the year, especially on defense. They packed things up. And
especially on defense. I mean, the whole team's done for the year.
I'm just saying, offensively, you can put on the quarterback. This defense, they're not even trying anymore. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassing effort. It's hard to watch, especially against your division rival. This is horrible.
Now it's I don't even know how to describe it, how bad this is against a Joe Barry-led defense that gave up 30 points to the Panthers, lost to the Giants. I mean, try to keep this as positive as possible, but I don't think it is possible because this is depressing. This was so fucking bad.
Our defense looks like the Joe Barry defense the last couple of weeks. What the hell's going on? Brian Flores, things are going great. You shut out the Raiders. Everything's looking great. 3 great quarters against the Bengals. Everybody's saying, oh, my God, we're going to lose Brian Flores. At this point, I don't give a shit if Brian Flores goes. His defense is ass. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing tonight.
All right, well, that's stupid. I mean, going from Ed Donatel to saying you don't care if we lose Brian Flores.
It's so bad it's been. The last 8 quarters of football, 9 quarters now, have been just pathetic.
It has been. But to say you want to move on from Brian Flores,
I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to be heartbroken as I would have been 3 weeks ago.
No, I will be. I mean, Brian Flores is one of the best. You got to also look at what he's dealing with. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Brian Flores needs to come back. I mean, you can't. Your emotions are running high right now.
No, I'm not. This is actually factual. Like,
all right, I would love. All right, before we're not this, we're gonna. I would love to hear who you think is going to do better than Brian Flores with this defense.
I'm just saying,
I'm open. I'm
not going to be as heartbroken as I was. Like, I mean, this is absolutely embarrassing. What you're seeing, there's no pressure, there's no coverage. We don't have corners anywhere near in some of these receivers. I don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, I know we're depleted in the secondary. My God, it's embarrassing. It's just horrible. And it started that 4th quarter against the Bengals. It's just completely snowballed since then.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with the comments here. I mean, Flores, what he's working with, like, Flores needs to be here. He's one of the best in the league. Let's not get crazy here. I mean, that's just. I'm sorry. That's just stupid.
He needs to be held accountable for it. This is fucking embarrassing. It's like the Packers, like, they have some of the best receivers out. We're going to
disagree on this one. If Brian Flores is gone, I will be heartbroken.
He needs a plenty of blame. I've seen a ton of KOC shit and blame. He deserves it as well. But you can't just. I mean, we had this quarterback change. This defense couldn't stop anybody tonight. I mean, it didn't matter who was playing quarterback tonight.
No, I agree with that. But I also, you got to look at, I mean, the players he's been given. I mean, he's had some very good weeks. I mean, Byron Murphy is out. That's a huge blow. I'm not going to get on that train at all whatsoever. No way in hell.
I'm just saying,
he will be back. I
if
think
he gets whatever, it's fine. I mean, I don't know how you go. How would you go from where you were?
Is we had Ed Donatel last year. We saw what a bad defensive coordinator can do. Brian Flores to take this defense to a top 5 defense. Yeah, he had a couple of rough weeks, but this has been amazing what he's done, and he needs to be back.
I'm not poo-pooing away anything he did or anything. I'm just saying right now. I mean, what happened here, especially now with the crunch time we were in, the playoff push we were in, to completely just fall apart. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I know, but like, the missed tackles are ridiculous. The amount of missed tackles. Brian Flores, I mean, he had the players in the right spot. They can't tackle shit. It was embarrassing. They look like a high school squad out there.
Not in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I think. Yeah, I mean, let's start with the big talker. Let's go with Jaren Hall. Let's start with the quarterback change that everybody was clamoring for. I was getting so much shit for saying that Nick Mullins was the guy to at least give us the best chance. Not that he's good. And we got to the point where it's like, all right, fine, throw in Jaren Hall. Let's see what he's got. He was bad.
Well, and we're all guilty because we were all clamoring for it. We all said it was the right move.
Well, it's just because Nick Mullins was so bad.
6 interceptions in 2 games. And I get why they pulled him, but also, if you're the head coach and you see this guy in practice, like, Jaren Hall wasn't ready. He wasn't even close to being ready. It was horrible. oh God, his ball placement. I mean, when he did throw the ball 10 yards
Well,
over a
hold
guy's head.
on. So BK is like, I told y'all, nobody thought Jaren Hall. Like, I think we all just wanted to see something different. Like, we'll take anything right now. We'll take anything other than Nick Mullins. So, like, I told you all, BK, come on, man. Nobody was expecting him to come in and be the savior. We were hoping to see something different. We were hoping to see some Josh Dobbs magic just because we hadn't, like, defenses really haven't seen him yet. But come on, man. Nope, told you all. Nobody was expecting that shit.
Jacob Tobin.
What I did love, Kevin O'Connell, he is not going to get kudos in this show. I guarantee it. Comments from us. It was embarrassing. I will say I'll give him a little bit of credit for yanking Jaren Hall's ass after the halftime.
Well,
at least he put in Nick Mullins.
But it's also embarrassing at the same time. Like, I mean, to sit there and make this decision to go with Hall and to pull the plug. Like, I was clamoring for it after like the second drive. I'm like, you got to get Hall out of there. It's just not working. But the fact he actually made that move now, seeing Hall was nowhere near ready. I'm surprised he actually made the call because he sees him every day.
When he made that throw, that fucking duck, his
arm when he stepped forward and like went like that.
I don't know how bad I was hoping his arm got hit or something, but he threw that freaking duck, and it's just like, get him out of there. Every one of his passes was off target. I don't know if the moment was too big for him. I don't just know if it's just Jaren Hall, but that dude should not see the field for a very, very long time. Stephen John giving us some love. Appreciate that. Told you I could take the 10 shots, but I decided to donate the $10 instead to my favorite cast. Wish I could retire you boys, but 10 won't change your life. You're damn right it will. Stephen John, greatly appreciate that, sir. Buddy. We're going to be talking about Najee Thompson because trust me, when it comes to studs of the game, it better be him every single
We got breaking news from Chad Farthouse. Breaking news.
Chad Farthouse, my wiener doesn't work after watching this game.
He called it a wiener.
Lord Duncan gifting out a One Bar and Lupagus show membership. If you guys are watching, you're not a member yet. You got to be a member for a chance to win the John Randall full-size beautiful helmet. So hit that join button. Viking season is freaking over. And it is not great.
Well, it's over. I think that's maybe what we need to talk about here. Like, this team, instead of like responding against the Lions loss last week, they've given up. They're done. This team is done. There's just questions of effort both sides of the ball here. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah, what happened? It was really, really, really ugly.
It was. I did not see this coming. Maybe I should have, but this was not what I expected to see tonight.
Nobody saw this coming. I mean, look what the everybody's team did against the Packers. Joe Barry's defense. What do we end up with? What was the final score? I left before it was over. It was like 2 minutes left.
33-10. It's over. I'll get the box score pulled up.
We scored 10 points. 10 points against this defense. I mean, our passing yards, total yards. It has to be as far as what the Packers have given up over the last 6-7 weeks. We're definitely lowest.
Yeah, I'm pulling the stats right now. So we threw for 144 yards.
So we're generally a pretty positive podcast. We like to spin it. We like to do something. This was the lowest moment of the season.
It was horrible, and this season needs to be over. This team is done. It was, I don't know if it's the injuries or the coming back or the jacking around the quarterback position. Whatever it was, this team is cooked. This team is done. This team needs to have 6 months off and regroup and refigure and because they're done. They're done.
Can we revisit the fact that you had about 5 to 6 minutes to think about this when you said you wouldn't care if Brian Flores came back? Do you want to like take that back?
I appreciate what he's done, but if he's gone, I'm whatever. At this point, it's the defense I've seen the last 3 weeks has been very Ed Dontel-esque.
Wow.
I'm not going to be as hurt. Like, you would have asked me a month ago. Oh yeah, heartbroken right now. Yeah, fuck it. I just don't get it. I don't get how guys can be that wide open in the back end.
Here's the thing, though. The biggest issue with the last couple of weeks on our defense is mostly been a Caleb Evans. He was even benched last week. I'm just saying, blown coverage and missed tackles. Like Brian Flores, I mean, he's out there putting the best players out there. I mean, maybe a Caleb Evans is the best, but like
I would think
that's
he has to
not
go with
on him. What we've been doing, I don't know, man. I don't put that.
I'm just saying, like, if he gets hired, I'm whatever.
I get it. You've said that multiple times.
No,
I'm just saying, like, you don't know what you got till it's gone, baby.
No, I know, and I appreciate what he's done for this defense and the great run we had there and the shutting out against the Raiders.
Run? How about great fucking season?
I know, but
great season.
It's just how it closed.
Do you remember our defense last year?
I just got reminded of it the last fucking 3.5 games. It looked exactly the same.
Brutal.
Exactly the same.
Brutal.
So yes, I do remember.
All right.
But anyway, let's talk more about let's stick with this offense. Let's go to offense right now. So you start with Jaren Hall, who's completely just ineffective, not putting the ball anywhere near where it needs to be. Ty Chandler's run the ball, 10 carries, 40 yards. Madison had 3 for 17, but again, we ran the ball 16 times for 67 yards against a Packers defense that was giving up 136 on the ground.
Well, I don't even know where that lies. Our offensive line wasn't good. Christian Barasaz had a rough go at it. It's like, I don't know where I put this run game on. I mean, the fact that Ty Chandler was averaging 4 yards a carry, it's not horrible. Again, they didn't stick to it. They didn't try. And really, a lot of it has to do with the fact that they were down so freaking bad. And the fact that Jaren Hall couldn't hit water if he fell out of a goddamn boat. I mean, the Packers defense, they could do whatever they wanted because we couldn't do anything.
No, I'm glad you brought up the O-line. The O-line's been a problem here for a couple weeks, and Darrisaw's he's struggled. I don't know what the hell happened there. Getting blown by Preston Smith had him a couple times today. O-line has been just horrible the last 3 weeks.
No, it has been.
I mean, you look at like
so fucking mad.
Well, I mean, like Nick Mullins. I mean, Jaren, neither one had any fucking time to do anything. It was just embarrassing. The O-line has been ass. And then I saw Blake Brandel in there late. Did Ed Ingram get hurt or did he get pulled? What happened there?
I don't know.
I care.
Not good. You're worried about Ed Ingram, but not Brian Flores.
I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be hurt.
Well, you know what? At that point, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, Justin Jefferson early in the game, no targets, not getting anything. Even though that Jaren Hall couldn't do anything, it doesn't matter. They weren't throwing him the ball.
Yeah.
You're looking at Johnny Munt with pretty much every goddamn play. Kevin O'Connell, which we haven't even talked about. I mean, let's talk about Kevin O'Connell. This is like 98% on him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with him and his team, but they're not playing hard. They're not even engaged. Like, I don't think they care. And
engaged, they suck.
I don't think they're we're gonna fight post game here. Booth Jr.'s throwing punches during the.
Well, I saw that like a long time ago in the comments.
Well, I didn't realize it. I just saw a replay of it. No, you got fucking Jordan Love wearing a goddamn Happy New Year hat, and they're drinking champagne on our field.
Well, that's great. They should be. They're 8-8. Why wouldn't you be drinking champagne when you're 8-8?
Kevin
Packers suck ass, and the only thing is we were way worse than them this game. But they're not a good football team.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people here calling for KOC's head in the comments. I'm not ready to give up on him, but I wouldn't mind seeing him like hand the play calling off to somebody else next year.
So here's my conundrum here: that you're not ready to give up on him, but you're ready to give up a guy who took the last defense in the league.
I never said I was going to give up on Flores. I'm saying if another team hires him, I'm not going to be as heartbroken as I was. That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm not going to be as heartbroken as I was.
Well, I'll say this: if it came down to keeping Kevin O'Connell or Brian Flores, I'm keeping Brian Flores 10 times out of 10. I know it's not going to come down to that. Kevin O'Connell will be back next year. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, 100%.
I would keep Flores over Kevin O'Connell. It sounds like you would not.
I don't even know anymore. The last 3 weeks of defense I've seen have been so fucking bad that I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, I don't know.
All right, no answer.
I don't know. I don't know at this point.
Well, I would keep Flores over Kevin O'Connell 10 times out of 10. And we're trying, you know what? It's after a game like this, like to just come in here and piss and moan, it's hard not to. I mean, we don't want to be overly negative and sit here and bitch and whatever, but how can you not after this game? It's so defeating.
But like, I don't understand. Like, you got Jaren Hall. Like, why are you? Like you mentioned, why are you targeting Johnny Munt? Like, throw it to Addison, throw it to Jefferson. Like, those guys are the ones who make plays. Those are the ones who do things. I don't understand. Especially this young quarterback. Give it to his playmakers. Let them make plays, and he wasn't doing that.
Well, I mean, they could have been targeting him. Jaren Hall wouldn't have put the ball anywhere near them.
Ball in their direction. This was
the worst part was for me on this is the defense. I mean, the offense was just a disaster, but to see all those missed tackles, to see those guys go in and score after just missed tackle after missed tackle was so freaking pathetic. It was so bad. I mean, the defense took a huge leap this year, but just imagine if they had guys that like were good. There's some good players on this defense. There's not many. And to see this game, if I'm a head coach, I'm playing this tape back for these guys and be like, you dumb shits weren't even trying. You're not going to be back next year.
And we saw it last week. I mean, missed tackles. You think maybe they try to clean that up? It was the same
Justin
damn thing.
Breaking news.
Evans, Caleb Evans is like, I don't know if he understands what he's supposed to be doing in this defense. That's how bad it was at times. Like, I don't think he knows the concepts or like the coverages or where he's supposed to
go. I think he knows them. I just don't think he's a very good.
Well, there was guys, I mean, I hope that's what it is, because if he physically can't do it, then he shouldn't be playing football. But there was guys just running free. Like, nobody was even fucking covering them. And I mean, that to me is like,
well, think about this.
Oh, God.
So looking at our current roster, you're going to bench a Caleb Evans. Who are you putting in?
No, that's the thing. Did Booth play much?
It's easy to point to a Caleb Evans, but there's no one else to play.
Did Booth even see the field? Because that was like, where's Booth? I mean, because it was Evans and it was Blackman out there, and I don't know. I mean, I would have put Booth in there for Evans.
Micro Mike, come and massage our hearts. They're broken. They're broken. This is what we can say with Andrew Booth. Oh man, Booth should have been out there. We were the same people clamoring for Jaren Hall should have been out there.
Well, I don't care with anybody.
Are smarter than us. Coaches are smarter than us. Booth wasn't out there for a reason.
I don't know, but I mean, why was Hall out there when Mullins was clearly the better option? So, do the coaches know better? I don't know. I would assume so.
No, they do.
I mean, why the fuck was Jaren Hall out there then? Because he was not ready.
Well, I mean, if Jaren Hall was doing what he did today in practices, he wouldn't be out there. So either the moment was too big or the Packers defense brought things that they never even expected, because we're not smarter.
No, and his old line failed him. Absolutely 100% failed him.
Yeah, it was really, really bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Bad as those fingers are probably going to reek.
Those fingers don't stink. Those fingers are really nice.
No, not anymore. They might have been.
We did ask for Jaren Hall.
We did.
We wanted a miracle. We didn't get it.
We figured this was a perfect scenario for Jaren Hall coming against a horrible Joe Barry-led defense, and we were wrong. This was not good for anything.
I think 31 other quarterbacks in the league would have had a good game. And you know what? Jaren Hall, it's easy to bash him. It still goes back to Kevin O'Connell for me. I'm sorry.
Well, like I said earlier, it's embarrassing, like, to make the move, like to realize, like, you did this, it was a complete failure. Then you go back to Nick Mullins, who, I mean, 113.5. He came in, drove. We couldn't get any points that first drive. You knew it was over then. But
let's talk about how much money Kirk Cousins made today from the Minnesota Vikings, because Kirk Cousins comes out topless, player of the game. It's either going to be Najee or Kirk Cousins for the stud of the game, because he comes out with this kid shirt off, blowing the horn, pumping up the crowd, and the Vikings go out and do this. Shame on you. Shame on you to make him look like a damn fool.
Yeah, like there's no vibe. Like, that should have like got the entire freaking crowd going. Vikings should have been feeding off that vibe. There was nothing. It was flat. They went to the crowd like early in the game, like first quarter. Everybody's just sitting there like this. I don't get it.
I would be too after that.
Early in the game though, even early, and you got Cousins out there fucking topless, beautiful sculpted chesticles and nips, and he's out there blowing that horn. Like, how are you not?
That is not an accurate statement. I'm sorry.
What's that?
Record would be similar with Cousins.
How do you not get fired up? Like, that's one thing I think that's different from this team 2023 from 2022. 2022 had this vibe, like the chains, and they took that persona on. They were having fun, and they were doing this and that. This team just doesn't have it. They're trying to kind of recapture that, and they don't have it. And there's nothing there that's bonding these guys together. And honestly, right now, I think the best thing for this team is a good fucking 6-month break.
Well, I mean, when the Packers came out, their offense and defense just absolutely shutting us down. It just put a lid on us. Like, it was very defeated. You could tell, whether you wanted to admit it or not, that we were just not going to win this game. Like, the vibe was that early.
Well, and I think we should talk about that. We're 2-6, 2-6 at home this year. Who the hell is 2-6 at home? How does that happen? No teams should be 2-6 at home unless you're, fighting for the first pick. 2-6.
Well, we're pretty much going to be a top 10 pick.
God,
me too far off. Fucking penalties, everything, everything. Time of possession, we just got absolutely murdered. Lost by 15 minutes again. Turnovers 2-1. I mean, we just so bad.
Yeah, there's this team.
I got to go on the NFC North roundtable this week. We're going to be in last place. I think we're going to finish in like last place in the North.
You should just turn around and just show your butt and just talk with your butt cheeks. That's what you should do.
I'm not going to show my butt. I'm going to show the middle of my butt.
That's what you should do the whole time, because why not?
Hey, even though it was a badass game, it was the worst. The season is pretty much shit. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're going to be here all off season talking.
Patrick Harms, don't you dare go to bed yet.
Talking free agency. We got
just getting started.
Vikings talk is just getting started, because now we need to look towards the future, baby.
Yes, I'm gonna grab another beer, but let's talk about some positives.
Steven,
oh my God, Steven John,
damn man,
what the hell's he doing?
I'm gonna make. I don't know if he wants to down payment on the jacket. I mean, I don't know if I have to send him one now or what, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. From first to worst, you're right. First to worst. Stephen John, greatly appreciated, sir. We love you, man.
That's the one thing.
Ashley Dick, you're right. 50 likes. If you guys are watching, hit that like button. Give us a little bit of love.
It just sucks. Like, I mean, we were in position. Weren't we like 6-4 with like a cake schedule coming up, and we won one game since then.
I don't think we're ever 6-4. Were we 6-4?
Yeah, before the Denver game.
Brian K. Harrison Smith.
He's been in non-existent
pregame. Yeah. I mean, we want guys like him to step the fuck up. Where's Daniil Hunter?
He got shut out today. He was Zach or Tom Zach. What the fuck?
Did he even have a tackle?
Let me pull it up here. I saw he had 7 attempted pressures, and he had 3 tackles.
What the hell's an attempted pressure?
It was like, that's what they showed, and he was shut down every time.
Bynum was ass. Metellus was missing. I mean, everybody was shit on defense.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
And that's where you look at the effort.
I was really hoping Jordan Hicks coming back healthy was going to have a big part or a big change on this defense. It didn't make any sort of change at all.
And like, I mean, that's what you start to wonder. Did something happen when the Bengals exploded us that fourth quarter, that they could figure out something with the Brian Flores defense? Because it seems like since that point, I mean, it's teams are throwing for yards and we're giving up points, and it's everything's changed. So I don't know if there's some kind of a tell or what, but
and TYA is talking about we started to hit on real quick earlier that we need to talk about is Christian Darrisaw. I mean, I hope you hate to have people injured. I hope it comes out later that he, like, I don't know,
something's wrong.
Right leg is completely broken. I don't know, something crazy is going on with him, because last at least 3 weeks have been brutal for Darrisaw. He's been getting absolutely owned.
Yeah, and he's like, I mean, literally, we're talking, Pro Bowl, all pro even type of player until that point. And I don't know. I hope there's something going on. I really do, because he's been awful the last 3 weeks, and that's not him. So it's bizarre.
How bizarre? What do you think? Let's bring on people, studs and
well, let's talk a few positives before we do. And you mentioned it. I mean, obviously the big one, Kirk Cousins being shirtless. I didn't like the fact that his kid was there. That made it a little bit weird, but I like the fact that he went out there topless.
Weird was awesome.
Rocking the fucking chain. Kirk Cousins is the man. You said it. Give him a lifetime contract. I mean, that should have fired up everybody. That should have been the deciding factor right there. It wasn't Najee Thompson. my God, Najee Thompson with a game tonight.
Yeah, Najee Thompson is the shit. He is the man. He had such a damn good game, man. That was awesome.
That's my Happy New Year thing. I stole from Omar's house.
Other positives.
Johnny freaking Munt.
How's that a positive?
He scored a touchdown, baby.
Gives a shit. He had
4 for 39 and a touchdown. Johnny Munt is your third.
If that's your positive, you're reaching, man.
We just lost to the fucking Packers 33-10 at home. That is a positive. Why would it not be?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. It wasn't a great catch. I mean, they threw it to him. He caught it. I'm happy. That's not a positive.
Johnny freaking Munt. Hell yeah, it is.
Same guy who doesn't care if Brian Flores comes back.
I just said I wouldn't be as upset.
I would be.
He left.
I would be absolutely heartbroken. You still haven't named a replacement yet. That's why I'm concerned. You got somebody better, then I'm all for it.
There could be a ton of replacements. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be.
You can't name one.
I don't know who's going to be available even.
Exactly.
I mean, how did you know? How would you know at this point? If he gets a head coaching job,
I don't want to know.
I would have been
Brian Flores.
Very upset a month ago. Right now, I'm not as upset about it.
I know it's stupidest. You know what?
I'm not as upset.
The dumbest thing you've ever said on the show.
Yeah,
it is.
I've seen some really bad defense the last 3 weeks.
We saw a really bad defense like the last 3 years.
We did. It's looking very much the same lately.
And now, so stupid.
John Gruden, Lord Duncan, I don't think John Gruden is allowed to coach anymore.
Oh, man. All right, let's do it. Let's bring you guys on. Studs and turds. Make it snappy. Make her snappy. Get your butts on here. Let's see it. There's the link. Hit that link. Studs and turds.
Some would say get your tookus on here.
If Flores just had like these all-pro players on a defense and this was happening, I'd be like, yeah, fine. I wouldn't care.
Well, I don't even
but
care.
When you got a Caleb Evans,
but at least
it was pretty bad.
Like have him so he's at least like fucking close to the receiver.
He's not. He can't make them go close to the receiver.
Well, these guys are like running free. Like
all I'm saying is, I put a lot of this on the players, not so much on Flores.
I mean, there's definitely a question the whole team wide about effort on both sides.
Hey, Viking Funeral, what up?
Viking Funeral. I saw some of your comments earlier. You made me very depressed. I hope you make me feel better right now.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like I was saying in the comments, there wasn't one cohesive possession that we had all game long. The only reason we got into the end zone is because Najee stepped up and made a killer play. That dude. I'm so glad we have that dude. I love Najee Thompson. I hope he sticks around for a long time. But other than that, KOC, he might know how to draw up plays, but he does not know how to put a team together. Last year, we won a lot of one-score games, but you know what? We had to play from behind and win most of those games. He was forced to play aggressively. And we see what happens when he gets a lead. He takes his foot off the gas pedal and he shuts down and hopes that he can rely on his defense to just hold off instead of putting the dagger in and just scoring more points and doing what's been working all game long to get you those points. He takes his foot off the gas and he tries to protect it. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think he's probably a great offensive coordinator, but he doesn't know what it takes to put a team together. He doesn't know what it takes to prep a team for a different opponent each week. It seems like they went out there today just like 10 minutes before the game was like, we're going to force the ball to JJ all game long. That's all we got. Let's just run with that. It doesn't seem like he put in any work all week long to do anything about this. And I am a little upset with Brian Flores tonight, but I think what we're seeing here more along lines is that we're not able to get pressure with our front four. So Brian Flores has to bring extra bodies in from the linebacking position in order to be able to get pressure, which leaves the the middle of the field wide open, and that's where they tore us up all night long. That we're dealing with not only personnel problems, but major coaching problems. It's going to take more than it's going to take more than even the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 draft to be able to right this ship. We need a lot of pieces, and we need some leadership, not somebody who's going to come up and hug the players after a subpar game and say, we'll just put this behind us and get to next week. No, you got to fix it while the fixing's good, and he just can't do it. I don't know. I'm like on the edge. I'm on the edge of like saying it's time to walk away from him, because I can't wait another 3 years to find out that he can't do it. Right? What he's showing right now is telling me that he can't do it. I don't want to go through another 3 years of that stuff. So the front office has to figure this out quick.
Boom.
Mike
Totally
Infuno.
agree. You're
I'm
right.
glad you got the
You're
door
right.
in the shot at the end.
You're preaching, man. You're preaching. I
Yes,
love it.
I love the passion.
Hey,
Love you guys,
game.
but Najee's the stud of the game. Everybody, well, and I'll say this: at least JJ tried tonight. You know what I'm saying? He got double covered all night long. Still tried to get his second foot down in the back of the end zone to make that play. What else can you ask for? But Najee's a stud. Everybody else, KOC's a turd. That's all there is to it.
Hell yeah,
Love it.
absolutely. Mike and
All right, fellas, have a good night. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
buddy.
Well, Viking funeral, impassioned.
Hell yes. Let's go to T-Bass. What's up, T-Bass?
Oh, this should be positive.
Never a fun time when you get embarrassed by the fucking Packers.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least we embarrassed them the first time.
Yeah. Hey, positive note. Just like we all wanted to see. I wanted to see what Hall had. I guess
Nothing.
can maybe move on from him. This team, I guarantee it, 90% of the guys are showered and out and on their way to New Year's Eve already.
Ooh.
They were out there. They didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah,
It's
brutal.
brutal. And how you can't put that on KOC is, I don't know. You know me. I've been preaching about I hate the fucking guy for the last year and a half, and he's lost the locker room. These guys, it just sucks. It just sucks, and I don't like the direction this team is going. A lot of the stuff Funeral just said, I totally agree. Everybody's gonna have the knee-jerk reaction now. Quarterback, draft that quarterback. You know what? Why do we want to waste a pick on a quarterback when this entire team pretty much sucks? Why? We'll just waste 3-4 years on a guy's contract because we have nobody around him. Me personally, I would love to have like the 10th pick. One of those big quarterbacks are out there, get in a bidding war and load up on draft picks. Build a team around with a good coach and then go out and get a quarterback. But getting out a quarterback now is just idiotic because there's just so many holes. But the entire team's turds, coaching staff. I'm sorry. Kirk coming out and shirtless in a chain, that doesn't make me excited. If I want to see shirtless guys in chains, I'll go down to the Happy Cowboy.
Can I come with?
T-Bass, Lupagus would love to join you at the Happy Cowboy.
There's probably a lot of good-looking men shirtless.
Let's go. Let's go. It's a date.
But
I'll bring the rubbers.
Just sucks. Just sucks. Getting our ass kicked by the Packers like that.
Nothing worse. Nothing worse, T-Bass.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy
New Year, buddy. We'll see you at the Happy Cowboy.
Yeah, I guess the Happy Cowboy. Here's the thing, though. One thing I'll say is to draft a quarterback and not Kirk, you're saving like $25 million a year. So to go the quarterback route that early, I mean, that's the argument. Kirk Cousins is going to be better than the other thing mentioned.
Other thing too, I think KLC has one more year. I don't think it's going to be.
I agree.
If Firo kept saying 3 more years, I think it's 1 more year, and if there's not improvement, then I think he will be gone.
No, it's what have you done for me lately type of league, and this was a bad year, and I know injuries were a big part of that, but suck it up, Buttercup.
And this is last call. This is last call live, brought to you by the Happy Cowboy.
Happy Cowboy. Jacob T, we can't see you, but hopefully we can hear you.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yeah,
We
you
can hear
son.
you, man.
You look.
Are
This
you
is
at
the
the Happy
best you've ever
Cowboy?
looked.
Well, I can't hear both. You guys are just like talking over each other, gentlemen. I'm sorry. It
Are you
was
at
that was just fucking embarrassing. Like, good God. The worst part about it, I'd watch the entire game sober, probably.
Oh, God. I'd never do
yeah,
that.
just I don't know. I'm not gonna be as harsh as a T-Bass or Viking funeral. I mean, obviously, there's nothing really excited to be about. That was just such an embarrassing, like, demoralizing loss. I think my dad told me this earlier, and it's like they kind of were just they kind of seemed to check out after the loss to the Lions last week, and it showed tonight. Like, as much as I hate the Packers, they showed up and they played a damn good game of football. The Vikings just kind of were there. I mean, again, the one stud is Najee Thompson. I mean, that was a hell of a play, but it felt very much like the meme of Chris Paul when he hits the 3 to cut the lead to 42. That's what it kind of felt like at that moment. It's just. I mean, I know they're mathematically alive, but like, I don't know. I mean, like, getting embarrassed that badly, and I'm definitely a type of guy that is always cheering for this team to win no matter what. But like, it just feels like you kind of gotta, like, I don't know, throw this team in a hole and, I don't know, pour some dirt on it. It's been such a tough year ever since they lost Kirk Cousins, and I mean, ever since the Saints game, they've won one game, and that was that absolute shit show against the Raiders. And I don't know, it's just. I guess I'm going to ask you guys, what do you guys like think the Vikings should, I guess, do with, I guess, in the off season and like with everybody else? I guess I don't know.
All right, he's leaving it to us.
I like it, man. Jacob T, we got answers for you. Hey, we appreciate you hopping on. I mean,
those answers. I mean, that's what January videos are for. I mean, this is what we're gonna be doing.
This is an easy answer, and we both agree. Personnel. I mean, we're gonna have some money. I mean, Kirk Cousins, I fully expect them to throw some money at him, and he will be back.
Yeah.
When it comes to the draft, trade up like twice. I don't care if you end up with 2 fucking draft picks. Get the 2 best players, get a big old defensive lineman, get a big old offensive lineman, whatever you got to do. But Harrison Smith's going to be gone. There's going to be some guys in the secondary that will not be coming back as the starters. They got a lot of things to do, but offensively, I think we're pretty damn set. Defensively, Brian Flores, what he's done with this is like pretty much like a magic wand. Imagine him with very, very good players, and that's what they need to concentrate on.
Yeah, again, we don't know if he'll be back or not.
Lovegas does not want him. He hope he's.
I didn't say. I said like if he gets to sign as a head coach, I'm not going to be as upset as it would have been. That's all I said. Yeah, I mean, you got a ton of money in free agency. Bring in some guy. I want to see that guy up front, like whether it's an interior guy who can make a difference, a Chris Jones type. Can we get someone like that who can make plays? Like, we didn't have a single sack today. I don't think we're even fucking close to a sack. Like, even when you're not bringing pressure, like that guy who can make a play. Like I keep going back to Chris Jones because he's the guy I keep thinking of. But I want that guy. We haven't had that guy in forever, and having someone like that would be just huge for this team and huge for this defense.
Skull 2IA, what's up, buddy?
What up, folks?
Happy New Year, buddy.
Yeah, you too. I'm not surprised the effort that we got tonight. This comes from the top. How many times does this team start out flat?
Wait, stop. Why is there one part of your curtain open? Is that your peephole?
It's not a curtain. You ever seen a curtain before?
Look at a cat who
a blind?
He tries to get out. Yeah.
So is that intentionally open for the cat?
No, the cat like broke it. It's like plastic.
Would you leave Skull 2IA?
I just was wondering if it was the pussy window. What's going on there?
That's where he peeps over to his neighbor.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Well, my neighbors are going crazy right now because they're lighting fireworks off everywhere. So, no, this is nothing new. It's the Vikings in their prime time. It's a game you have to show up and continuously under this coach. This team does not show up. This team does not show up under Zimmer. So I don't know what the answer is. I mean, this team does come out flat under KOC. The problem with KOC is you could tell he was frustrated with the effort that the team was putting together today. But he's not the type of coach that's going to put a foot in your ass. He's going to be, okay, guys, we need to get better on our effort. We need to, fuck that shit. Put your foot up their ass. I'm done with KOC.
Well,
Time
I
for
thought
him to
Flores
go.
would be the authoritarian, like the
Flores
counter
is
to that.
when you work with shit and you make it look halfway decent most of the year, and then the shit comes back to rise, that's not the coach. That's the players. This team has got no depth. This team has got no players. The good players they have are getting old, and the young ones aren't very good. So this team
Agreed.
is more. This is okay. I know a lot of people don't like Kirk Cousins, but this is what a top 15 quarterback does for you guys. Top 15 quarterback covers up a lot of ills of a shitty team. So
Yeah.
did they re-sign Kirk Cousins? I don't know. If you're going to blow it up, blow it up. The problem is the Wills don't want to blow it up. Competitive rebuild. Well, obviously you've proven you can't do a competitive rebuild. It's either blow it up or go. I don't know what they want to do. I'll go back, and the stud of the game is obviously Najee Thompson, because he is a true special teamer. Why? Because special teamers don't care what the score is, because they're special teamers. They're not guaranteed a job, so they're always fighting for a job.
Oh, he's guaranteed a job next year.
So special teams guy Najee, you got good job, man. You the only reason we got a touchdown was because of you tonight, because Jaren Hall was not ready. We all wanted to see Jaren Hall. Well, he's not ready. Would this game been better with if they started Nick Mullins? I don't know. Nick Mullins has got 6 turnovers in the red zone in the last 2 weeks, so who knows? Glad to see they actually run the ball. Johnny Munt caught passes, but he also had one go right through his hands that led to Jaren Hall's interception.
Munt sucks.
So the Vikings have good players. They have a stud receiver. The receiving core is fine. The tight end is fine. They need work on defense. So if you want to draft the quarterback and then do the rest on defense, I'm fine with that. I don't think we need to draft any more receivers or any more tight ends, because with Hawkinson and Oliver, they're fine at tight end. I don't know. They're probably going to re-sign Kurt. They've probably proven that tonight with him blowing the horn and how bad the offense looks. So they're probably really re-signing him. If they sign him before March, the $28 million cap space goes away, but I don't know what they're going to sign him for. But that's just my thoughts. I just want to say I love you guys. Happy New Year. And hey, let's see what happens in the draft. And I don't think they're going to beat the Lions next week, but you never know. They could.
Nothing but hope now, TYA. Nothing but hope. All we can do is think about what they're going to do, the changes they're going to make.
I don't know why we kill ourselves by saying, "Oh yeah, look at the Vikings schedule. It's easy. They're going to go on a run. They're going to do." Every year we do this. And what did the Vikings do? Vikings are like, "Oh, hold my beer. I'll
break our heart."
Yeah,
So everybody's in the chat. Funeral,
fired up.
Michael Carter. All you guys are always in the chat. We appreciate you guys. These are the best two son bitches that do Vikings content. So really appreciate you guys.
Love you, man. TYA, you're the best. Greatly appreciate it.
I'm hoping in 2024 I can stroke that beard in person.
Oh, you will. Ken's coming on. I got to piss so bad. I'm sorry. I got to pee.
Bring him on. This is going to be a very anti-KOC. Oh, Ken is fired up. What's up, buddy?
Oh, my fucking God. Jesus Christ. You guys still think KO's a good coach?
I think he has one more year.
This guy, this son of a bitch, he decides to make Jaren Hall a pocket passer. What in the hell is wrong with this guy?
I don't know.
He did it to Dobbs, and now all of a sudden he does it to Jaren Hall. Jesus Christ! Wake up, fans! KOC needs to go bye.
Wait, Ken, are you in a shower?
You cannot support this guy. This guy he didn't even look like that he even wanted to beat it.
Well, I think he was embarrassed. He was embarrassed.
It's really, really sad, because we're going to end up losing JJ. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to end up trading him because there's nothing else.
I mean, I'm not sure they're going to trade him. We'll see what happens. But
anyway, I just wanted to come on here and voice my opinion. And you guys know that I'll be a Viking fan until I die. But this is getting fucking old, man. KLC, as the other guy said, KLC needs to understand that he needs to kick these guys in the ass. You think Bud Grant cared about players' feelings? Hell no.
You know
It's a
that we're
joke.
meant. All right, Kenny, we love you, buddy. Can't wait for your next country album to drop.
Ken, you're the best, man. We love you. I caught the end of that. It was wonderful.
See you guys.
See you, buddy.
See you,
Happy
buddy.
New Year.
All right.
Happy New Year, man.
He's definitely in a bathroom. I saw a shower curtain and like a
Of course
sea
he is. He's just having a little
decor.
a little wash up. Next up, we got one sexy motherfucker.
I'm right here.
No, he's way better looking than you.
I know
He's
who
got
it
a
is.
10-foot hog. And he goes by the name of Lord freaking
Oh,
Duncan.
Lord Duncan. Jesus.
Buddy, what's going on, man? Give us some,
Oh, I
give us
bet
some
you those
hope.
pits fucking reek. Yosemite
they
Sam
smell
there.
Actually, I showered before I went to the restaurant tonight.
Oh,
What restaurant
where'd you
did you
go?
go to?
Applebee's.
I went to a
That's
nice
okay.
Italian restaurant called Mossieri's here in Cross Lake, a nice Italian place.
Really? Did you get some ravioli?
I actually had Italian beef sandwich with au jus. I was
That's my
trying to- I
go-to,
didn't want
man.
nothing
That's
but
my
red sauce
go-to.
for fettuccine. So I changed it up this time.
Boom, baby.
The old man went. We watched the Viking game from our table, and the food.
threw up?
The food was great, but the game, obviously, as you know, didn't go as we would have liked.
It was ass.
Lay it on us, man. Lord, lay it on us, Lord. Stud
Well,
and turd.
as far as studs go, I don't know if we have one, but
Najee.
I would say maybe special teams and Joseph not missing a field goal.
Yeah,
He
there we
didn't
go.
nail that
There we go.
fucker.
Positive.
I mean, he had a good 20 yards in that.
You got to
thing.
be positive, right, baby?
Let's go.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
What?
Well,
Or
I
Duncan's
think you
concocted
never gave me a
something.
pick six, so whatever.
No.
If we don't end up going for a quarterback in the draft, at least get a frickin' O-line and some more defensive line, whatever, you know. Our offense, as far as receivers go, I think we're kind of stacked.
Mhm.
Addison and Jefferson and shit, even KJ Osborne, you know what I mean?
I mean, he's a free agent. We'll see what happens there.
Oh, yeah. Osborne is?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We'll get CD Lamb instead.
Oh,
We'd really be
wow.
freaking
Holy
loaded.
shit.
Then we'd be, oh my God, we'd be so
Wow.
loaded.
Wow.
We gave Cousins, frickin' CD Lamb, and Justin Jefferson, and Edison. We'd be contenders right there.
Not if.
Oh, wait, not if the O-line doesn't work. That's right.
Or Jaren Hall's your quarterback.
That's right. Let's see. You guys were talking about different coaches. And who's that new cat in Vegas? He used to be a player, and he's a big
Antonio
bad
Pierce?
mother effer.
Antonio Pierce.
Good God. We get somebody like him.
Yeah.
Just
They
like
don't
the
mess
Lions,
around.
dude. They
They don't
need
mess
somebody to go
around.
in and frickin' say, this is how it is, and this is how it's gonna be, and then this is how we're gonna go out and kick ass every fucking week. I mean, KOC is positive as shit, but I don't get that let's go kick some ass vibe. You know what I mean?
Nobody fears him. Nobody.
I'm
fears
not calling him a wimp or nothing. I'm just saying
He's too cute.
I'd rather have a frickin' John Madden type or shit, even frickin' what's his name with the slicked hair and he wore roller skates in the Metrodome back in the day.
Mom?
From Dub Bears.
Dicka.
Dicka?
A Dicka type. We need a Dick Buckus type, damn it. And start telling these players to start. I mean, obviously it sucks you can't play as tough as they used to because they'll get penalties left and right.
I didn't hear
You
more
know
about
what?
this roller skating.
Yeah, Dicka showed up at the Metrodome once and he wore rollerblades and rolled around the whole place the whole time to make fun of the dome.
Must have been shit faced.
He might have been. Well, anyways, the last thing would be
Love it, Duncan.
Fucking
Yep.
Lord.
we had a good night last night. I touched base with an old friend of mine who was older than me, but he hooked me up with a guy who I got his autograph back in the day. And me and Tommy Kramer, we got 86 from the Hooters in the Mall of America.
Nice. I get that.
Atta boy,
I'm still
Lord
waiting.
Duncan.
When are you guys going to join me? I'm still waiting.
Hey, yeah, not after tonight. I'll
It's
drink
New Year's Eve.
gasoline.
Come on.
All right,
Take
I'll,
her down.
Couple of
Take her
beers,
down.
please.
Take her down.
There's
Hey,
no
I
beer.
got-
No beer.
I got here.
Oh yeah, we got right here. Cheers. Let's
Gotta
go,
do a
buddy.
beer. You guys
Let's go.
rule. I love your show. You guys rock.
Love you, buddy. You make it better. Oh,
Cheers to Lord Duncan.
Lord Duncan, he owns half of Scotland.
Well, up against let's end on a good note. Who's your turd?
Man, God, there's so many turds tonight. Caleb Evans, he was horrible. He's been horrible for 4 weeks now. I don't know if he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing, but he's not even close to covering any humans who could catch a football. So Caleb Evans.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I just don't think Caleb Evans is very good. So, like, I mean, he's a turd, but that's kind of my expectations for him, unfortunately. Now, I got to go up top, Kevin O'Connell. So, Kevin O'Connell, I mean, you can't lose to the Packers 33-10. That's on you, man. It's on him. And here's the thing. Here's the shittiest part. When we had Mike Zimmer, old school, Ditka, asshole coach, whatever. What did we all want? We all wanted somebody that was going to bring a nice culture, a guy that was a player's coach, whatever. We finally got him. What do we want now? An asshole coach, a guy who's going to keep everybody accountable.
I think we want something in between. Like we want to have
I'm
that
just
guy.
saying, like,
But I'm curious. I'm very excited to watch KLC's post game tonight. Like,
no, it'll be the same shit.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see what it is.
gonna
If
be
it's
the
the same old shit,
old
then
shit.
I'll 100% be on everybody who says fire KLC's bandwagon. If he starts to show some anger and point some blame, then yes, I will be very excited to see that. But I think we need to find someone who can be both.
I'm just saying, like, the issue isn't like the type of coach. We're not hiring the right coach. That's the
I just
issue.
don't know. Like, even with Zimmer, like, I mean, there was games where you don't show up, and tonight was a game the Vikings didn't show up.
I mean,
there was plenty of times.
Oh no, I think we can all look back now and say Zimmer wasn't a overly fantastic coach. He had a lot better players than Kevin O'Connell had. But like, it's just like we can sit and say the type of coach we want. We just have to hire the right coach. And as of now, Kevin O'Connell doesn't look like the right coach. And my biggest fear is the fact that we're going to let a guy possibly leave now, like a Brian Flores, who might be the right coach. And that makes me very mad because we've seen it time and time again. Tony Dungy, Mike Tomlin. How many other coaches have we seen leave and just absolutely go dominate, win Super Bowls?
They've all been there. I mean, Brian Flores, the one thing he has different is that he's already been a head coach. Those guys haven't been.
He's fucking good.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I still think, regardless, I think KLC, whether you like it or not, will get one more year, and we'll see.
Oh no, he's going to get another year. I'm not saying they're going to make
one.
a change.
It's going to happen, and that's where it is. And I hope he learns.
It's very tough to swallow the fact that Brian Flores will probably get hired this offseason, and we're probably. I mean, Kevin O'Connell is going to have to come in and do a miracle next year, probably to keep his job, because how often do you see a team bring in a bunch of free agents and also be good? It's not about free agents, it's through the draft. And it's going to take time. So Kevin O'Connell to come in and think he's also going to win 10, 11 games next year is absolutely crazy. Crazy.
But
so
it's like, I just want to see the team fight and have heart and like not give up. Like this team tonight,
Stefanski, Justin S. Absolutely right.
They completely they checked out tonight. There was no effort. Like they were done. They're over it. Like that loss last week, I think that was like, okay, we're done and we're not even gonna fucking try. So that's what pisses me off tonight with this effort. The effort wasn't there tonight. The Vikings definitely have cashed in. They're done. And I'm horrified to see what could happen next week against the Lions, who still could play for the number 2 spot. So it's gonna be fucking ugly.
Doesn't matter what happens next week. I hope they go with a dub. But it really doesn't matter because we are done. But start of the game, Najee Thompson, done. Nobody, I don't have to say another word. Guy's fucking awesome.
He was the one playing. He was the one giving it everything. Like last week, Justin Jefferson was giving everything he had. Tonight, Najee Thompson gave everything he had. Every inch of his soul, his body was in this game tonight.
That's why we love him. We always will. And you know what? We're going to get him on the show damn soon so we can talk about how awesome he is. When he comes over and say you're awesome, then it's going to let him go.
I think he's going to be like that 10-year special team kind of player. Like, you got to keep bringing this guy back. He's a new Matthew Slater. Let's keep him in purple. Najee Thompson.
Better than Matthew Slater.
Oh, way better. Not even
Slater
close.
Sucks. All right. That's it. Everybody, we appreciate you hopping on, even after a disgusting year. Hopefully, everybody has a wonderful New Year's Eve and even a better 2024. 2024, we're going to be looking towards the fact that the Vikings are going to be way better and give us hope for all those beautiful signings and draft picks they make.
And remember this, over 50 tons of trash are left in Times Square after the New Year's Eve celebration.
Good.